Warm welcome everyone. In this presentation, we'll discuss about one of the deadly viral disease, rabies. First, let me give you a brief introduction about rabies. Rabies is a viral zoonotic disease that is considered a neurotrophic one, causing progressive and fatal inflammation of the brain and spinal cord. Rabies, it is a viral disease. It is caused by a virus which belongs to the family Rhabdoviridae, and this is considered a zoonotic and a neurotropic disease because this disease is transmitted to human via a dog, and this rabies virus mainly affects the brain and spinal cord of the nervous system. So it is considered a zoonotic and a neurotropic disease. Next, clinically it has two forms, namely furious and paralytic. Furious type of rabies is common in cats, whereas paralytic rabies is common in dogs, which causes extreme paralysis, altered bark and salivation in dogs. Next, talking about the history of rabies. First, this disease was reported around 2000 BC, and this was documented by the ancient Babylonians, when dog owners in the Babylonian city of Eshuana are fined heavily for death caused by their dogs biting people. This virus was first discovered by the scientist Girolamo Fracastoro. The word rabies originated from rabas, which means to do violence, and it is derived from the Latin word rabere, meaning madness. Talking about the epidemiology, that is the incidence and occurrence. First, it mainly affects the children below 15 years of age, and greater number of human rabies exposures were registered in males than female. And talking about the incidence, it has the largest impact on the Asian and African populations, causing an estimated death of 59,000 every year worldwide. Since 1985, India has reported an estimated 25,000 to 30,000 human deaths from rabies annually. Worldwide, India has the largest rate of human rabies primarily due to the stray dogs. Next, we'll look on the general structure of rabies virus. It is a negative sense, non-segmented, single-stranded RNA virus. The negative sense means that the rabies virus comprises the viral RNA, which is complementary to the viral mRNA, and it is the prototype virus of the genus Lysa virus belonging to the family Rhabdoviridae. It resembles like a bullet, so it has a distinct bullet shape. Talking about the length and the breadth of rabies virus, it is about 180 nanometer long and 75 nanometer wide. The genome of rabies virus encodes 5 main proteins, namely M, N, G, P and L protein respectively, and the structure of rabies, it's composed of mainly two structures, which is a helical ribonuclear protein core and a surrounding envelope. Next, we'll see how the rabies virus gets transmitted from a rabies to a healthy human individual. First, we'll call the rabies infected dog as a rabid dog, and when this dog bites a human, mainly through the saliva, the human gets affected by rabies. Once the saliva of dog enters the human, it enters the tissue of humans, and then the virus replicates. Once it gets entry into the man, it replicates in the muscle areas near the bite, where it travels to the peripheral nervous system and then proceeds to the central nervous system, affecting the brain and spinal cord. Finally, it results in fatal encephalitis disease, which is considered a lethal one. After damaging the brain and spinal cord and the nervous system, then the virus starts spreading to the salivary glands and other organs of the victim. So, the disease is considered 99% lethal in human beings. But once the symptoms occur, it is hard to cure rabies. Talking about the symptoms of rabies in dogs, first we'll see the following symptoms in rabid dog: attacking, it seems to be over aggression and barking, excessive salivation, it is scared of water and seizures. Next, we'll see the symptoms in man. He'll be having a pain, a over pain in the muscle areas, and dizziness. Dizziness means thalai sutral, and fatigue. He'll be facing more weakness, fever, progressive fever, and loss of hungriness and hallucination. It is nothing but it is the perception of something that is not present, and fear and muscle spasms, paralysis. He'll be showing changes in his behavior like over irritation, aggression, and he'll be facing gastrointestinal problems like nausea, that is the vomiting like sensation, or really vomiting. Next, he'll be more sensitive to light, which is a sensory change. Next, how to diagnose whether a man is having rabies or not. The two main important techniques in the diagnosis of rabies includes direct fluorescent antibody test and microscopic examination. First, direct fluorescent antibody test. If the rabies infected man has an antigen in his rabies antigen in his body, the artificially prepared antibody against rabies will bind with it, and so an antigen antibody complex is formed and fluorescence is emitted, which confirms the presence of antigen in his blood, in his brain, because this type of virus is mainly seen in the brain tissue. So for also the diagnosis, the brain tissue is isolated and not the blood. So once the fluorescence is seen under the microscope, the confirmation of rabies to a particular man is confirmed. This is the laboratory diagnosis of rabies, which is the direct fluorescent antibody test. Next, talking about the microscopic examination. First, the sample of the suspected individual is taken, and it is focused under the microscope. When under the microscope, nacre bodies like small rounded bodies are seen, it confirms the presence of rabies antigen in his body, which is the microscopic examination of rabies. Next, first vaccine for rabies was first discovered by Louis Pasteur in the year 1885. Next, prevention and control. Immunization of dogs is the most important weapon in rabies control. When you are going to take care of an animal, if you see your pet is getting wound in any of its body parts, you can immediately wash and get medical attention immediately, and then you can call animal control to remove the stray animals. Next, what is the recent update regarding the rabies means? First, when the symptoms occur in a human, it is hard to cure rabies. So, but the scientists now came up with an solution that F11 monoclonal antibody was discovered, and this could be a successful cure for rabies. Next, worldwide, 28th September is celebrated as World Rabies Day. This is celebrated to mark the anniversary of the successful human being who discovered the vaccine for rabies, who is Louis Pasteur. And this year it was celebrated as 17th World Rabies Day, and this is celebrated mainly to raise awareness about rabies prevention and to highlight the progress in defeating the horrifying. And the theme for celebrating this year is All for One, One Health for All. Yes, now we are at the end of the presentation. This is the overall view regarding the rabies virus. Thank you.